The Boy Who Lost His Face by Louis Sachar, 15. David was feeling pretty crummy when he headed home after school, until Miss Williams popped up. He was walking by the bike racks, and she was bent down fiddling with her bicycle lock. Hidden by her bicycle, he didn't notice her until she suddenly popped up right next to him, as if out of a jack-in-the-box, and said, "Good day, Mr. Ballinger." It caught him completely off guard. He didn't know what to do or say. She smiled, glad to be the cause of his befuddlement. "Good day, Miss Williams," he said at last. She hopped on her bicycle and rode off. He smiled as he watched her go, but he wondered what she thought about his fiasco in science class. She had to know about it. She probably even heard people say, "Puke, you stink," to him at lunch. And of course, he didn't do anything about it. He just sat there. As he headed home, he tried to think of something else he could say to her. The next time she popped up, he finally decided on "Delightful weather we're having." He imagined the conversation. "Good afternoon, Miss Williams." "Good afternoon, Mr. Ballinger. Delightful weather we're having. Yes, it is lovely, isn't it? It wouldn't matter if rain was pouring down at the time. In fact, it would be funnier if it was." He thought maybe he'd even wear a hat to school so he could tip his hat when he spoke to her. It was just so nice, amid all the garbage of junior high school, to be able to say, "Hello, Miss Williams," to her, and to hear her say, "Hello, Mr. Ballinger," to him. It was their own private joke, calling each other Miss Williams and Mr. Ballinger, and speaking so formally. But besides being funny, there was also something very nice about it, too. He found himself thinking about her a lot over the weekend. He wasn't thinking anything in particular about her. She was just there, taking up all the space inside his head. "It's your move," Ricky reminded him. "Huh?" asked David. "Oh," he said, looking at the chessboard. He wondered if maybe he should try talking to her like a normal person. Maybe he could even ask her to go to the school skate party with him next month. "It's your move," said Ricky. "Huh? Oh," he moved his bishop. Of course, just because she had said hello to him didn't mean she liked him enough to go to the skate party with him. He didn't even know her name. She might not like him if he talked to her like a normal person. He couldn't risk that. He didn't want to chance wrecking the only good thing in his life. At least he could still daydream about her, lying on the grass next to her, counting her freckles, laughing together, walking along a deserted beach holding hands. He didn't want to lose his daydreams. "Check," said Ricky. What about the curse? He didn't believe in curses. But still, how could he risk doing anything with her when there was even a tiny chance that he might be cursed? What if he accidentally poured lemonade on her head? It could happen very easily. They always serve refreshments at skate parties. They probably had lemonade. And then she'd say, "I'm thirsty, Mr. Ballinger. Would you mind getting me a glass of lemonade?" So of course he'd have to get it. And he wasn't a very good skater to begin with. And the next thing, he'd know he'd lose control, fall over her, and pour lemonade on her face. "Checkmate!" Ricky shouted triumphantly. David studied the board. He had nowhere to move his king. "I can't believe it!" exclaimed Ricky. "I beat you in chess." He smiled knowingly at his brother. "You let me win, didn't you?" "No," David assured him. "You beat me fair and square." "I can't believe it. Wait till I tell Mom and Dad." David heard Ricky run through the house telling their parents how he beat David in a game of chess. He even told Elizabeth. "I'm the one who broke the window," thought David. "I fell over in my chair. I forgot to zip my fly. Mrs. Bayfield didn't do anything to me. I did it all to myself." Somehow that didn't make him feel any better. Well, at least one thing was for certain, he decided. I am not going to pour lemonade on my head. And that's the end of chapter 15.